Hello, beautiful people of the earth. So today we're going to talk about uniqueness and how to bring forth your uniqueness in your unique power, in your unique embodiment, so that you are really being that light that has a ripple effect into the life all around you. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Spiritual Stretch, the channel where we are going deeper and deeper into our truths to embody the prosperity, wholeness, and fulfillment. That's right, fulfillment that was promised in the big book of life, promised by the one creator of life, promised by God in the Bible. Now, this does not mean that there is religion involved in this. This is that direct relationship with God within you. So this is unique to you. This is the wonderfulness of this whole going deeper and deeper into your truth, because as you keep going, you recognize that you become unstoppable, that you start to generate so much strength that it just comes to you easily, simply because you're creating that relationship. And it also brings you to a place where you cannot be opposed anymore. You simply just don't get knocked down. So this is why I always say it's not just your connection to God, it is the relationship that you tend to, that you show up to daily, that you start to form, because then that starts to form you. That starts to fill you with the creative frequencies without you doing anything other than coming and showing up for yourself. So, your uniqueness. So each and every one of us is unique. We all know that. We all have a different fingerprint, right? There's no two face that's exactly the same, even in the case of twins. There's no two leaves, no two snowflakes the same. So by now we know that God or nature does not duplicate. There's always a unique version. Now, for some reason, humans feel threatened by something that's different. And if that different seems to align with an individual's tolerance, then they say, oh, this is good. If it doesn't align, if it maybe stretches the tolerance, then, oh no, it's not good, I'm going to run away. And this is where pretty much most of our problems stem from. So many of us try to then fit in, be accepted, feel like we belong, so we start to do the same thing. And this shows up really in high school when, we are tender, budding plants who look around and say, oh, she looks like that, then I'm going to try to look like that because she gets a lot of attention and whatnot. So we start to distort ourselves to fit in. So we want to now, in this space and time, come to the realization that our uniqueness is God-sent. It is our own uniqueness, and how wonderful it is, because through our uniqueness we take the space, we take the rhythm, the resonance, our song, that affect all that is. So how do you stand in your uniqueness? So when you go deep within yourself, beyond your mind, and if you're asking me, how does one go beyond the mind? Look in the description below. I have a free course for you for being in clarity, where you learn how to position yourself in your truth, in your space that is beyond your mind. Because by now, if you're listening, I'm sure you know that we are more than our minds. Our mind is one aspect of ourselves, and we are guided by a much higher power from a higher dimension than where our mind resides. So we can go beyond our mind simply when we sit in silence with ourselves, when we sit in the knowing and in the inquiry that there is a higher version of ourselves, and we want to get to know that higher version of ourselves. And through practices, so I'm not telling you that in one sitting you will get this, but you just may. You know, the more people do this, the more this bandwidth widens, where people get to these internal spaces much quicker than, let's say, 10 years ago or even 2 years ago. So when you go deep within you in a meditation, if you will, not just a typical meditation, go even deeper. Go drop yourself into yourself. You start to feel your own uniqueness. You start to feel that the space where you draw your breath from, the space where your breath is given to you, there is your unique consciousness. You actually observe your unique consciousness. You observe your existence as you. Now, if you spend a little time, or you can spend a lot of time in this space, and you start to observe, like allow your uniqueness to start coming through. And as it is coming through your mind space, you start to see the blueprint of yourself. You start to see the things that you prefer, what you don't prefer, what you're hiding from, what you want to run away from, what feels uncomfortable, what you constrict to, what you're open to, what you desire. And you can then start to say, I like this, I want to change this, I want to make this bigger. This is when you start consciously creating your life by design. And you're going to engage your imagination and say, how much bigger can this be? What does life feel like when I am living in my absolute freedom, wealth, luxury, prosperity, health, contribution, service? What does that look like? What are the relationships with my loved ones? What are the relationships with my community members? What does it look like when I go on vacation? Where do I stay? And allow yourself, allow your unique way of how your spirit communicates to you to come forth. And when you allow this to come forth through you, it comes through with strength. It comes through with strength because you allowed it to come through your truth. You didn't stand in the way. You didn't try to change it based on what so-and-so does or what society believes right now or where it should fit in, or trying to constrict based on you don't want other people to feel bad. When you allow yourself to come through, it is a beautiful, beautiful process of self-growth, of self-deepening, of self-knowing, self-clarification, of your own brilliance opening up in front of your eyes within you. And the inner knowing that gets stabilized at that point just because you went through this. And the more you go through this, the daily practice that you go through this to come back to, it creates this unshakable strength and inner wealth. And this is a place where you tend your life from, where you conduct yourself from, where you communicate from, where you stand in admiring the wonderfulness of your life, where you perhaps stand in where you observe something that's uncomfortable, and you walk in the knowing that, oh, that is contrast. I see that. What is my choice to do here? I am choosing to ask for the next best possible outcome. And you're going to be given that because you're limitless. Your imagination never runs out. And then you can put your eyes and your focus and your attention on that next best possible outcome. And you literally start to shift your universe. So my friends, your uniqueness is such a wonderful, wonderful power for you to stand in, for you to show up in, for you to shine into the world. So if this taps your heart with love and freedom and fulfillment, I invite you to come look at the Being in Clarity course. It is in the description. It is free for you. It is my gift to you, because I can't wait for more and more of us wonderful human beings to get to know who we are, to stand in our unique power. And for that, you need to stand in the space of clarity within you. Thank you, my friends, and I will see you at the next transmission. Please share this with those that you feel could benefit from this. Have a wonderful and lovely day.